moko nini yo zunguluke tika kosilisa ngai loposo soki nyongolo bana ngai na futa hipokrizi ya bazungu soki tokutani tokomele tokolia pe tokoseke napesa mokongo zungu osilisi ngai loposo nyonso olobaka bayebisaka ngai zungu zunguluke wapi dignité na yo ya bomoto.
My name is Carol Belanger. I was in Zaire. I was in Zaire from 1979 to 1981, and I was in a small village near Moeneditu in Kasai Oriental. I had one incident when I was after post-COS, and I was traveling on a bus by myself, which usually I didn't. There was usually another volunteer, and it was in a different part of the country, so I didn't really know what people were saying there. They weren't speaking Chaluba. And so anyway, we got to a stop, and everybody in the bus started hollering, "Go, go, go, Tuyai, Tuyai, Tuyai." And so the driver just kept going. He didn't stop for the gendarmes. And all of a sudden we got stuck in the mud, and everybody in the bus bailed out. And I thought, you know what? I don't really know what's going on here. I'm staying on the bus. So the gendarme comes up to the bus driver, and he says it in French so that I'll know. Of course, his French was horrible. He said, "I told you to stop. You didn't stop. Now I'll shoot you." And the bus driver turns around, looks at me, goes like this. I looked at him, I went like this. And all of a sudden, some people started coming and they all talked. And then 10 minutes later, everybody was on the bus and we all left. So that was my big story.
My name is Martha Brown Gould. It was Martha Brown at the time. I was in the Democratic Republic of the Congo. At that time it was called Zaire. Prior to that it was the Belgian Congo. So
what years were it?
1972 to 1974. Things I remember I was in a section called Ba-Congo, which is between Kinshasa and the Pacific Ocean. I had a lot of students also from Angola, which was bordering on the Congo at the time. And I just remember the differences in their names and how they spelled them. And Angola was a Portuguese colony, so there were a lot of Portuguese names. But overall, it was just a huge learning experience.
What kind of living conditions did you have when you were there?
I lived with another woman volunteer. We were given pretty much a concrete block house, and when we started we had electricity part of the day and running water. Then there was a big storm, the generator blew out. We had no electricity for a year and a half because they couldn't find the parts to fix the generator. So we had to make do, and we would just hire someone to go get water for us and just bring it every day. So that was part of the experience.